Want some advice, moron? Of course you don't. You're a Shadowrunner, you live by your own rules, don't ya? I suggest keep your smart-ass remarks to yourself this time, human. Mr. Celestian isn't some street meat you can impress or intimidate. He's the brain behind the throne of Tangregir, and one of the richest men in Seattle. Should I be impressed? His smirk gets even bigger. No, you go ahead in there and keep talking trash. That should work out fine for you, Drek for brains. You got no mana, you got no power, so what do you got? Indigestion. You're dumber than I thought. Enjoy your chat. I'll dispose of your body later. But yeah, this is obviously gonna be a dragon. You see how big these places are? Like these open areas here? I'm gonna meet a dragon. Oh, I'm gonna be happy. The fussy elf with the air of a Victorian butler studies you before he speaks. He doesn't like what he sees. Mr. Celestian is expecting you. You will find him in his office. Thank you, Jeeves. He is not amused. Delighted to be of service. You may wait here for a few moments to gather yourself before you enter Mr. Celestian's office. Some people found that they need time to prepare themselves before meeting an elf of his stature. What, he's an elf? Aww. However, the upstairs is off limits to you and the library is occupied at the moment. Do not tarry though, Mr. Celestian is not one to be kept waiting. What a big fancy place. Even got a dragon statue. Oh, I got my bot with me. There's a twinkle in its eye that wasn't there when you spoke at the Seamstress Union. It's good to see you again, there's much to do. You run in some pretty different circles, don't you, Algernon? I don't run at all, Dopefish. I go where I'm needed. I am needed here. Seek me out after you have spoken to James Celestian. Perhaps I can be of service again. Aww. Upstairs off limits, so I'm gonna go upstairs. Oh, I'm not loaded? Come on. Rules are meant to be broken. What is this? Whoop. Clicked outside the window. They got kind of cool looking armor, his servants. As you approach, James Celestian III looks up from the computer screen built into the surface of his desk and assesses you. Calculating and cold, a practiced smile comes to his face. He vibes the kind of rich you don't get from Trivid. It's not the clothing or the trappings or the bow before your better's mansion, it's something else. The feeling that you're being categorized as a resource or a liability or a pawn. I have been reviewing the results of your visit to my Seattle office last night. I admit they are impressive. You have generated a considerable amount of damage to my office complex, killed or wounded many of my security personnel, and cost my vice president of security his job. In 24 hours you have accumulated quite a bill with me, sir. How do you intend to settle your debt? Ethique Corporate. Once my current assignment is complete, I would be happy to discuss working off my debt to you, Mr. Celestian. Oh, well. That discussion may happen one day, assuming the outcome of this conversation does not result in your immediate termination. When one is in my debt, they remain in my debt until such time that I decide that debt is repaid. There will be no negotiation at that point. However, you have one piece of information which you might use as a bargaining chip in the little time you have left to live. Why you took what you took. I'm interested to know why you and your team of criminals fought your way through my security teams up to my private office to access the Matrix and uncover the location of a simple research project. The most protected item is usually the most valuable, that's why I took it. That stands to reason. However, I do not believe it is the case in this instance. I understand that people in your line of work pride themselves on their discretion. It is often a key to survival. But I am attempting to have a direct conversation with someone whose talents I respect. So I encourage you to speak freely. It will save me time and you a great deal of pain. Let me try a different tack. Do you know my cousin Lynn? Lynn Telestran? Doesn't ring a bell, can't say I met her. You did, at a funeral, very recently. She is one of the leaders of the Universal Brotherhood and she attempted to have you killed. Come, you're outmatched. I have resources you cannot fathom. Did my cousin Lynn or her friend Jessica hire you to attack my office? I don't know what you're talking about. He sighs. Really, sir, you're becoming tedious. I have matters to attend to. You may benefit from them, or I will have McCluskey will feed you to something and bury the excretion. What do you believe Prairie Aegis does? It kills big magical bugs. I find your bluntness somewhat refreshing. He touches the button on the desk. Mr. Quote, please ask my daughter to join us. The young pretty elf has dark circles on her eyes and a haunted expression on her face. She recognizes you instantly. Marie-Louise Telestrian. It's you. You're the man who helped me escape from the Universal Brotherhood. How did you get here? So that's why he hasn't killed me yet. Terestian cuts in quickly. Thank you, Marie-Louise. You have confirmed the identity of your rescuer and given me a reason to forgive him for his trespasses against me. She looks hungry for your help. I'm glad you're here. This guy's your father? Yes, for what that's worth. He's the reason I was at the Universal Brotherhood in the first place. I was running away from him. Now I can't sleep at all. I'm afraid that this is a dream and that I'll wake up and still be there with the bugs. She shudders. You can relax, Marie-Louise. You're safe. It is over. No, it won't be over until they're all dead. She shudders. You didn't see them. You don't understand. You and those men, you flew in here. All you do is talk. It's just like you to form a committee, father. I knew that someone had to take action. That's why I got Harkham involved. The already cold exterior of James Television III turns to ice. I see. It was you and your crippled little friend who leaked Aegis to this man. We will speak of it later, in private. Now then, Dopefish, there are people I wish you to meet. The committee my daughter alluded to. This is a rare opportunity for a man of the street such as yourself. I urge you to behave. We will adjourn to the library. I'm not really a committee joining sort of guy. His jaw sets. No one is suggesting you join them, nor that are you worthy of doing so. You are attending a briefing. Now come with me and watch your tongue. There's a weight in Telesian Library, a sense of magnitude and a purpose. You are no longer in the presence of a mere wealth. You are in the presence of history. Okay, I guess I can only talk then. Ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dopefish. He is the human who saved my daughter and the only one who has faced our common enemy in combat. Here, Brackhouse, what does the representative of the great dragon Lofir have to tell us about the magical insect this Shadowrunner uncovered? Oh, great dragon! I knew there was a dragon somewhere. Brackhouse speaks slowly with a deep melodious German accent. He takes his time, accenting each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were a delicacy. My lord Lofur has witnessed the insect spirit's physical manifestation before. Roughly 9,000 years ago, as you are aware, magic ebbs and flows from the earth, circling from peak to peak over the course of 5,200 years, as the level of magic grows. Harlequin, Hans dear, I love you, but you could babble on forever, and I believe time is of the essence. The painted elf addresses you. Dopefish is delighted. The bug you fought was not merely a magically awakened animal like Wyvern or Hydra or anything else in the sixth world. In fact, it isn't from this world at all. It's a physical embodiment of an insect spirit from another place of existence. Ethique academic. I believe that would explain why I was unable to damage it. The spirit itself is extraplanar. Need the next. I don't really think so, but analyze you keenly. Bravo! That is precisely the idea. The insect spirits exist on both planes simultaneously. I have been impressed with you for some time, Dopefish. It is good that you are here. No, an insect spirit can simply thumb a ride through astral space and show up on Earth late for dinner. Dinner in this case being us. Two elements are required to bring on across the void, a shaman and a host. First, the spirit calls upon a shaman, often in dreams. The spirit seduces the shaman with promise of great power. The shaman that accepts the spirit as his totem. Next, the insect spirit requires a suitable host. The best candidates are the disaffected and the disenfranchised, in short, the weak-willed. Their minds are most susceptible to suggestion, which is helpful in making the transformation. As you may imagine, these are the sort of people easily attracted to a cult, such as the Universal Brotherhood. Finally, by performing what has to be truly disgusting ritual, the shaman serving the insect totem implants the spirits into the host. Willing or not, then it's feeding time. Harlequin is correct. The insect spiders will then slowly consume its host, while transforming it into the spirit's own insectoid body, thus manifesting itself fully on this plane. What does this have to do with a great dragon and an elf who likes cosmetics? Funny kid, but it's no laughing matter. This is bigger than hunting down an insect shaman or putting a few 9mm rounds into a bog. The initial bugs prepare a nest for the summoning of a queen. Once a nest has its queen, she literally explodes with newly manifested insect spirits. They swarm out of the nest, feasting on all the flesh they can find and implanting more insect spirits into their fresh corpses. Again and again and again. The room falls silent as they all consider the scenario, faces grim. Telestrian breaks the silence. This is not an infestation, Dopefish, it is an invasion. My Lord Lofear knew this day would come, but he did not know precisely when or where. Your rescue of Mr. Telestrian daughter has exposed the existence of an insect spirit for the first time in this cycle of the world. Then why don't you just fire a cruise missile at the Brotherhood and call it a day? You have engaged the enemy, you know why. The insect spirit is only resident in the transformed host body. Conventional weapons can hurt the body and expose the spirit, but the spirit itself exists on two planes. It cannot be destroyed by mundane means, hence Project Aegis. Herr Telestrian's biotechnology and agricultural divisions work with my Lord Luffy's pharmaceutical engineers and designed Project Aegis to destroy an insect spirit once it is released from its host. The formula, a fluorescing astral bacteria strain, exists in the physical and astral plane at once and can thus affect the insect spirit. No, that was a mouthful. Did you memorize it or are you reading off an index card? My Director of Research and Development, Diana Ravenwood, will explain how Prey-Aegis will be used in the field. Dr. Ravenwood? Our weapon specialist... So much reading, so late time, 2 o'clock in the morning, tired. Need to continue. Progress, story. Our weapon specialists have rapidly prototyped a delivery device for the fluorescing astral bacteria strain. They created some prototype launchers which fire Aegis-filled shells. When fired, the shells will discharge a high-velocity stream of the bacteria. In order to destroy one of the bugs, it must first be damaged using conventional weapons or